Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and gays.
From gutters to gay bars and everywhere in between.
Here to finish off your Tuesday, it's your three besties, two brunettes and a gay.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Tuesday. It is your favourite trio, two brunettes and a gay. My name is Deanna.
I'm Celeste.
Ciao, I'm Aaron.
Ciao, Aaron. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Not you, the listeners.
Grazie.
Prego.
Grazie.
Look at you with your responses all ready to go.
The roll of the tongue.
It's a bit
Grazie.
fancy pants.
Do you just have a list of all your Italian words you want
Yep.
to try and slip in
Got it
every
on my
show?
hand. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, actually, speaking of words, I downloaded an app to learn different languages. You know, that app called Duolingo. Not sponsored, but you can sponsor us if you want.
Can I just say you don't even know the English language? How you can learn another
She
language?
can't even say the word translate in English.
Excuse me, I'm trying to learn Greek right now.
Ooh.
Greek.
Can you
It's
give
really hard.
Wrong station,
Can
but
you,
okay.
Can you give us some Greek?
Well, na means yes.
Nah.
That's really confusing, right? And it's spelt like VAI, and it's pronounced na, and it means yes.
VAI.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not va?
No,
As in
it's
yeah.
nah.
Vi.
It's not. It's like na. Na means yes.
Okay.
I know. And there was a bunch of other words that I can read now, but I can't say them. So
It's fascinating.
It's really
Tell us
different.
more about that.
You probably
live on
can't
air.
spell them either.
no. But otherwise, other than my Greek language learning, Celeste, how was your week?
My week hasn't been too bad. Look, not too bad for a Tuesday. It's cold, it's winter, but we're churning through the year. I'm ready for the warmer weather to be upon us next month, come September, ready for spring.
Yeah, I was going to say we're at the end of winter now.
I know, we're getting close to it. How are you today, Deanna?
Oh, today's one of those days where I just feel like I need a really, strong, long, tall, dark, black coffee.
One of those.
I
One
hear
of
you,
those
girl.
days. One of those days. But that's all right. We will we'll feel like we've had one of those long black coffees by the end of this show, that's for sure.
We need it.
Aaron, your day. How was it?
Look, my day's been all right. It's been all right today. But, ladies, I want to start the show off with one of my favourite segments.
All right, hit it.
It's time to bring back What Gets Up Aaron's Goat.
Ooh, I like what gets up your goat.
And there's that goat sound again.
I like hearing you complain.
The highlight of this show is that goat noise.
It really is.
No, it's my favourite segment, and something really riled me up this week.
Ooh,
it really
tell us.
got up my goat.
All right,
Share.
here we go.
And you know what it is? Woke reboots. I'm over them.
What?
Woke reboots of TV shows, movies. I am sick of the wokeness, ladies.
You're talking about when they remake a classic, but try and make it relevant to today's society.
Correct, unnecessarily.
I agree with that.
So the latest woke reboot that I saw. Now,
I just know what you're going to say. I think I know what you're going to say.
I'm going left of centre here, Celeste.
Oh.
I don't think you are
Okay.
with this one. Now, this TV show, as a kid, I used to be addicted to this TV show. I love this TV show. And it's because my dog reminded me of Scooby-Doo.
Right.
So Scooby-Doo was one of my favourite TV shows as a kid.
Really?
Always watched Scooby-Doo. Now, Hollywood have gone and bloody done a reboot
Of
of Scooby-Doo.
I did not know Scooby-Doo got rebooted.
Now, let me give you the facts here. This is
Hit me with the facts.
abysmal. So the new Scooby-Doo reboot is called Velma.
Oh.
Mindy Carling, I think her name is. Now, I think she used to be in The Office.
Yeah,
back
I know
in
the
day.
girl. I know the girl.
Not the location, the TV show.
She's in the office right now.
She's
Mindy!
Radio Italia Uno. Mindy! Now
I'm confused though. Wait, are we talking about Office, the TV show?
no,
No, I think so. The creator of the reboot of Scooby-Doo
Scooby-Oo.
was on The Office.
yeah, she was on the TV show.
I don't know
yeah.
how I
TV
followed that,
show
but
The
yes.
Office.
Yeah, good
Okay.
work, Celeste.
Yeah,
Good
all
work.
right,
I'm glad
gotcha.
you're keeping up today. Now, it's a Scooby-Doo reboot. Now, she's cast a South Asian lady as Velma, which is fine.
Southeast Asian lady or South?
Well, South Asian.
Okay, so the
lady.
lady. So her nationality is South Asian.
South Asian, yep.
Okay.
Now, Velma is also gay.
Ah.
Hold on, because non-Scooby-Doo watcher here. Which character was Velma?
Oh, Velma was the intelligent one. She was the little nerd with the
She's the one
glasses.
with the glasses.
And one with the glasses.
Did
Okay,
she
the
have
other one
any-
was Daphne, right?
But previously she was straight.
I was going to say,
She
did
had
she have any
boyfriends.
obvious sexual orientation on the original series?
She did, yeah.
Okay.
She always had boyfriends and things like that.
Was she ever a main character? Why is it about her?
Yeah, she was one of the main the Scooby-Doo crew.
Yeah,
But
she was.
the mystery, whatever they're called, I've forgotten the name of it at the moment. But the Scooby-Doo
crew.
the crew.
Yeah.
Now, so
Scooby Squad.
Scooby Squad, that's the one.
I said I never watched it. Apparently I can answer
I don't
the
think that's
question.
it, but we'll just go with that. But now, so she's South Asian and gay, which okay, that's one thing. Daphne is adopted with lesbian parents. Mm-hmm. Okay, Fred, who's the blonde guy in it, he's apparently obsessed with feminism and the gender pay gap. And the final nail in the coffin for me, there's no Scooby-Doo.
What? There's no dog?
So this is like a prequel series, apparently, just before they formed the gang. So they've taken this iconic childhood character and show and basically rebooted it as a what do they call it, like a prequel.
Yeah.
A prequel series. And they've made it completely woke, which is just unnecessary.
Well, it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense because the whole point of a prequel is to give you a backstory.
Absolutely. So the fact is, none of it makes sense. And again, it's just another sign that Hollywood are just, misunderstanding the fact that us as a society do not want to see these reboots.
Yeah, well, you know what? Like, this is my thoughts on this, right? Because I know we've talked about this with And Just Like That,
Yes.
Sex and the City.
Terrible.
It's a classic. And the characters were... You're making a reboot of this series because it was so loved for what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the need to change it so significantly? I'm all for new shows and everything doing all of this. I
Yep.
think that's fantastic. But when we're remaking a classic, is it necessary? Because it was well loved for a reason.
Well, I just think the whole point is that the story then gets misconstrued.
Yes.
So then it doesn't make sense because then obviously if it's a prequel, for example, and then
Yeah.
you go and watch the original series, there's no continuity there.
That's right.
And I think that's like part of the magic of writing a story is the continuity of everything. I'm the same. Like, I'm all for the new stuff being relevant. I think that as we evolve as a society, we need to be relevant for sure. But also, like, I don't know, this for me blurs the lines of like art because it was like, well, that was loved for a reason for what it was in its little box. Should be kept there.
Exactly.
That's right. And I think, TV shows, they're of a certain time, they're of a certain era. So Sex and the City, obviously, certain things couldn't be made in today's society with some of the storylines they had. It's just not 2023. But the same with the Scooby-Doo thing. And I think, ultimately, with woke reboots, the thing I have given everything a chance. For example, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, you hate watch anything.
I'll hate watch anything. I watched the Ghostbusters reboot a few years ago with the female cast.
Yeah, okay, with Melissa McCarthy.
And look, just wasn't entertaining.
My husband agrees with that. He loves
Me
Ghostbusters
too.
and he did not like the remake.
And the thing is, it's like, it doesn't matter if it becomes woke, it just still needs to be entertaining. And it's
Yeah.
not entertaining.
Well, yeah, because again, like, this is the thing. By making a point of, I guess, being inclusive, sometimes the actual essence of the shows are getting left out at the
Agreed.
same time. I think that's what we're kind of getting here.
Right. So really, because Scooby-Doo was about solving mysteries, right?
That's right.
So are you saying that now it's not so much about the point of what the show was initially about, it's about the backstory of the characters and their lives? And you're like, did we need this?
We don't need it. It's
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Yeah. Okay, I get you.
Yeah. But there's a ton of other, woke reboots out there. I mean, we've got, and just like that, we had Annie. Like, just...
Annie was, well, it's just a reboot that sucks. I don't know how woke it was. I mean, it was probably a little more progressive. Like, the cast was a lot more diverse. And again, I'm not, like, diversity done well in a cast can work amazingly. I mean, you look at Hamilton, for example, if anyone's
Brilliant.
ever watched the musical Hamilton on Disney or seen it live, like, the cast on purpose is from all a diverse range of backgrounds, but because it's the way that it was originally done, like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The way that it was originally cast.
Yeah, the way
you're
it
like,
was.
yeah, love it. I'm
Love
here
it.
for
It works.
Yeah.
It works. But when you are like so familiar with something that you love, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we're doing it, but like this, and you're like, that it doesn't fit in my head anymore. You're ruining like my childhood. What are you doing?
Well, speaking of ruining your childhood, I mean, the creator of Friends came out and apologised recently.
The Friends Marta Kaufman made an apology about not having more diversity in the Friends cast as well. And I feel like, again, like if it was something that she were to make a new series, then of course, like definitely include more diversity if that's what the world wants to see right now, because it is more relevant of the times that we are in. Back then, of course, though, like I guess, I don't know, how do we go about apologising for something that wasn't a thing? I don't know.
That's part of the tapestry of society as well.
Yeah. I guess no one thought about it back then. We're thinking about it now, and that's awesome. But also at the time, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that I don't think it was done vindictively. Like I don't think it was done on purpose.
With bad intention.
It was just, not in everybody's awareness back then.
As well, though, like I could be completely wrong here, but wasn't it based on the creator's life to some degree, or like a friendship circle of the creator or of the creators? I could be completely wrong there.
I never watched it, so I can't comment.
Okay.
I think
we
you
might
might be
need to
right.
fact check that. But if it's based on someone's life or someone's experience, then I guess whoever they cast is for that reason, right? Not for any other.
Yeah. I mean, and in the end, look, it really comes down to the fact it's a reboot. Do we need another reboot? Can't we just create new exciting content?
100%. There is
Yeah,
way
I'm
too
with
many
you there.
reboots
Yeah.
just in general.
Like
Woke or not, there's too many reboots going on in general right now. Create me something new.
It's the season for it.
Hamilton's new content. Go with something like that.
It's amazing. That's right. Interesting topic, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for letting me get that off my chest.
Do you feel
Did
better?
Yeah.
I'm glad I got the goat out of me.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll be back with more Two Brunettes and a Gay after this break. I feel like we need to sing a ooh coming back. We need some creepy music coming in right now to build the suspense for you all. This segment is going to get crazy because we are talking crazy conspiracy theories.
We love ourselves a conspiracy
I love
theory.
How you really built that up.
I know.
Crazy.
I tried.
Conspiracy.
It's probably a bit of a fail.
Get your tinfoil hat out.
Yes. I think I've run out of tinfoil at home, actually. Might need to go get some more.
Stop on your way home tonight.
Are you going to Uber
Pop by
that too,
Woolies.
like you did your toilet paper a while back?
Actually, that's a good idea.
There you go.
Might do a bundle shop.
A bundle shop.
A bundle shop.
Get it dropped off with dinner.
Yeah, why not?
Crazy conspiracy theories.
Right. So, we talked about this a few weeks back where we brought up the topic of conspiracy theories. We'd opened it up to our listeners, discussed it, and we got an influx of topics that we should discuss.
We did.
We didn't even touch the sides the other week.
No. We didn't even touch the surface of the conspiracy theories that people sent through. But this is one actually that got sent through a number of times, but we also find this one fascinating.
I do find this one interesting.
It
yeah.
is really interesting, isn't it? And what I find fascinating about it is when I looked into it, what I found was the reports surrounding it tend to actually avoid talking about a lot of the predictions. Let me explain the conspiracy theory
right.
first
Where are we
before I go
going?
too far.
Break
Yeah.
it down for us.
The Simpsons.
Yes.
Okay. Unless you've been living under a rock, you would be familiar with the fact that there is a conspiracy theory that the Simpsons episodes predict the future.
Yep.
This has happened
Or
on
design it.
Well, that's the argument, right? This has happened on a number of occasions where monumental, I guess, occasions have happened within the world.
Yes.
Things of great significance. And they have been featured in Simpsons episodes years previous.
Yes.
Right? So when I looked into this, I thought, I've always known about the Simpsons conspiracy theories, but I thought, I'd really like to see which ones top the list.
Yes.
What I found interesting is the ones that you hear about most are not on the list. So why are they avoiding talking about it?
Really?
Right? So,
Okay.
obviously you've got your Trump running for president.
Yep.
I believe that there was one surrounding the helicopter crash
Yes.
with LeBron James.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
none
there
of them are
was.
actually on the list,
Right.
which is interesting. So
Is this a bit of a Mandela effect thing?
I'm not sure, but you know what we will do, because the list that the Hollywood Reporter released is recent. It's only from a few weeks back.
Yeah.
Of the 31 top Simpsons predictions.
I like these.
31.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Because I feel like there's been like a lot over the years. There's probably been hundreds, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many. Yeah, exactly. So it says 31 times that the Fox series has successfully predicted the future. Now, I'm going to drop a couple with you, and I want to see if you, number one, remember them. First of all, Aaron, were you a Simpsons watcher?
I was a huge Simpsons watcher. I'd sort of watched up to season 13 and I haven't watched anything since.
How many
They were the glory
seasons
days.
are there?
I think there's like 30-something seasons.
They're
Is it
still running,
really?
right?
Still going.
Yeah.
I actually tuned into an episode the other night and I was so disappointed.
Oh.
It's just gone to crap. It's
Add-
lost its,
are we adding it to Scooby-Doo?
add it to the woke reboot?
Because I feel like The Simpsons actually like really was quintessential comedy in the way that they used to go there.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Very
I
clever.
guess if right now they're not allowed to go there because the world has changed a lot in that particular climate.
It's a good point. Yep, absolutely.
Deanna, Simpsons watcher?
Not really. Like I remember watching episodes if they were on at home, but I wouldn't deliberately watch or follow The Simpsons. So I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you like what happened in order or anything like that. I just remember watching it when I was on as a kid. How about
Yep.
you?
Much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would watch it if it was ever on, but I wasn't like a follower. I wouldn't watch it nightly.
All right. So Aaron, you're up on this one.
I love The Simpsons. My favourite Simpsons quote, Mark and I always quote all the time, is Homer comes home drunk. And Marge says to him, Homer, have you been drinking? And he goes, no. Well, 10 beers.
You're like accurate.
It's my life.
All right. So this is one on the list. Now, this is a pretty significant one for me. Like, I actually feel like this is quite well known. So Siegfried and Roy tiger attacked.
yes.
Mr. Burns decides to build a casino in Springfield with Vegas references abounding.
Yep.
One such was Gunter and Ernest. I think that's how their names are said. A clear Siegfried and Roy analogue whose act ends in tragedy when their white tiger, Anastasia, attacks them. Though this one is a bit more understandable given the dangers of working with wild animals, Roy Horn was attacked 10 years after this episode aired.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do we feel like that was a prediction?
Look, it's bound to happen. Like they say, when you work with wild animals, it's bound to happen that the lion or the tiger is going to attack. I don't know if that's. I think that's just a
Look,
bit of
it's
a
a
coincidence.
hard one to say, but I mean, I have a perspective on all of this, but I think I'll share it in the end.
There you
Finish
go.
with your wise words.
Yeah. Go.
Right, another one. This one is interesting because I feel as though the way it was actually portrayed on screen was very similar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lady Gaga's Super Bowl performance.
Yes.
Yes.
When she came down from the roof.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, so it says regarded as one of the worst episodes of the show thus far. Lisa Goes Gaga featured the pop star visiting Springfield and aiding Lisa's self-esteem issues. When Gaga performed at the Super Bowl halftime show in 2017, many noticed her wire-based, spark-laden stunt bore an uncanny resemblance to one of her many outfits in the episode. From what I remember in the episode, she jumps down from the roof,
that's
right?
right. Yeah,
With
yeah.
kind of like fireworks.
But
Yeah.
do you think that maybe, like, obviously, because Gaga was a voiceover on that episode,
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
she? Right.
Guest
So
star.
do you think that, like, just to take the piss, she did it? Like,
Yeah, well, that's the thing. She references a lot of her own art anyway.
yeah. So yeah, she does. Gaga references herself
Yeah,
a lot in her
a lot.
work as
Yeah.
well. So again, that's a hard one to say because Gaga could have been doing that to get the conspiracy theorists in a bit of a frenzy.
She's good that way.
Yes.
She is.
All right. Next.
Well, they were the two that I really thought were quite interesting.
Okay.
There's also obviously prediction that, the Ebola virus. I don't know if you remember this one.
I do remember that.
Right, in an episode primarily set in 1990, Marge attempted to cheer up a forlorn Bart with a reading of Curious George and the Ebola virus. Though the disease had existed before this episode, Ebola had its largest outbreak on record in 2014 and 2015, affecting more than just a curious little monkey.
I don't remember that episode.
There you go.
Thought I knew them
Now,
all.
we're talking like years private, so 1990 to 2014, 2015.
Wow.
Right? Again, is that a prediction or is that just, well, we're talking about a disease that is known?
Well, I think what the whole point of this is that specifically, like, why did they choose to mention Ebola when it was such a small virus before that?
Yeah.
So I guess that's
Honing in on that fact right there.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it questionable. Like, you can definitely sit there and go, well, like, it doesn't really offer any proof or anything. It could be coincidental, but on the same token, I think the fact that so consistently so many of the things then become large news headlines.
Yeah.
That's what makes it the most interesting.
It's just interesting that it becomes, it goes from being fiction to non-fiction.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting thing to think, well, is Matt Groening with Mystic Morris out there predicting what's going on?
Well, this is my next question, right? So the I guess theory around this is that Matt Groening?
I think it's Groening.
Groening. Okay.
Yeah.
Is he involved in the Illuminati?
Ooh.
Right? There's a lot of people that argue that, yes, he is, and his job is to put out this information, I guess, to the public years prior so that it's somewhat on the radar.
Yes.
And then it happens.
For those of you who are new to Illuminati folklore, so to speak, part of the whole deal behind it is that they must always publicly advertise
what is going to happen in the world,
right? So
but is The Simpsons doing
that? But
it's
cryptic. They advertise it cryptically, so then it's like you've been warned, so to speak.
Wow.
That's from what I understand. It's not the best understanding of it.
It's interesting because now you go and, I'll go back and watch The Simpsons now and watch it with a different set of eyes.
Yes.
And look deeper at everything, I think.
The meaning
now.
behind everything.
And not necessarily that there's a meaning in every episode, but, I'm sure now I'll sort of pick up on things a lot more.
Well, what's fascinating is it was just really kind of like a simple animated TV show that influenced generations of kids watching it. And now you wonder, like, what was there a point to that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, right, the power of suggestion is one of the most powerful things we have in existence. And I've said this for a really, really long time. And basically what it means is that, like, audio bites, like talking like we're doing right now, it's hearing things over and over again or putting them out there into the minds of the masses. When everybody focuses on something, I mean, if you believe in universal law, then it has to come into existence because that's what we're focusing on bringing into existence. So I wonder whether or not The Simpsons is predicting the future or, like I said, they're designing the future. Because by putting it out there and having everybody think about it, at some point in time, does it have to manifest? I don't know.
Wow.
Interesting
Just
way
my
of looking
thought.
at it.
Wow.
Well, so this is what I wanted to ask you. I want your genuine answers. Do you believe or not believe that The Simpsons are predicting the future? Aaron?
I used to think it was just coincidence, but now I think I'm going to have to dig deeper into that and find that out because I do think now that these sort of articles are coming out more and more, I think there's more to the story.
Where does coincidence end, though? You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
Like, how many times can something happen quite accurately before it's like, is this coincidence, though? Or now are they doing it on purpose?
Well, that's a good question too.
You know?
Celeste, what do you think?
I have thought, I guess, for a while now that I do think that The Simpsons are definitely putting messages out there to let the public know of what might be ahead of us.
So warning, not predicting.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think so much that it's a prediction. Like we said, I think that it's more so putting things out there so that when they happen, they're not. It's not the first time your mind has seen it. It's not the first time that has been a reality. Not necessarily a reality, but when you've seen it on a TV show, it somewhat is familiar to you.
Yeah, okay.
Deanna.
Like I said before, I think designing, not predicting.
Yeah, there you go.
There we have it.
Well, love a good conspiracy theory. Send through your conspiracy theories if you have a favourite because we love to talk about them.
We certainly do. And we will be back with more Two Brunettes and a Gay after this break.
Anyway, I got the cream for it, and it cleared right up. The itching went away. It was great. Yeah.
That's good.
Hello?
We're on air.
Are we're on air, guys?
We are live.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, that was a bit awkward.
Hi.
What? We don't want to know
Don't
what
you
your
give
cream...
us a heads up? Don't you give us a cue,
Oh,
Deanna?
well, you're here doing work as well. What am I, your mother?
Should
Yes,
be.
yes,
No,
you
I'm
are.
not your bloody mother.
You're a mother.
Oh, well, overhearing conversations.
Speaking of overheard conversations, right? I've got another gym Chronicles story.
No.
Everyone loves a good Celeste at the gym story because I'm there frequently.
You are furniture.
I am furniture. I am a
Basically,
treadmill.
you're going to become a treadmill soon.
I'm basically a treadmill.
Go sit on Celeste.
Well, you can
We might
walk
need-
all over me.
we might need to
Absolutely
charge a
not.
little bit more for that.
Absolutely not. Right. Chronicles at the gym. I always have funny stories from the gym. And for those of you that have been following, my stalker, I haven't seen for a few weeks. So maybe she did listen to the show.
Oh, good.
But Chronicles, right? We thought this is becoming like a constant thing that happens to me.
The gym is a great place to people watch.
Right,
Yeah.
it is. And I'm
Fascinating.
there often. So I think, I like to observe what goes on around me. This one, in fact, though, didn't happen in my home gym, or the gym that I go to when I'm at home in Adelaide. This happened when I was away in Queensland a few weeks back.
I was going to say your home gym. What people do let into your gym at home. Come in. Good morning.
I charge a fee to let people into my home gym. No, my gym at home, located in
Your
Adelaide.
local gym?
Yes, my local gym, right? But this one didn't happen at my local gym.
Okay.
This one happened when I was on holiday in Queensland a few weeks
So you're
back.
cheating with your gym.
Can I just say, you go to the gym on holiday?
I do.
Oh, God, you're one of those
I'm
people.
not the only one. I think Deanna does too.
Oh, like loosely.
God.
Well, it depends on what mood
Isn't
I'm
that the
in.
point of a holiday? To take a holiday from your general regular routine?
Well, I guess it depends on if you view the exercise as like hard work, though. Because sometimes it's just like you need to move your body because you feel like really sluggish.
Yeah, but see, I do a lot of walking on holidays, so I usually count that as my
I
cardio.
also look for me. I guess it's kind of like if you're on holiday, you tend to be a little more lax with like your eating and your drinking and all those
Yeah.
things. So you keep up that part of your routine because it just makes you feel a bit better.
Maintenance.
Nah.
Makes you feel a bit better.
Anyway, I just come back like a. Like
just
a
come
big
back, start all
old
again.
Tubster.
So I was at the gym in Queensland, my usual routine, right? Finished at the gym, and like most hotels, or some hotels, I guess, sauna, steam room, right?
Yeah.
And I love a sauna or a steam room. I do it at my gym in Adelaide. We have an infrared sauna, and I frequently use it.
Heard that about you.
Yeah, you've heard a lot of things about me. Frequently use it, right? So I thought, beautiful. There's one at my hotel in Queensland. I'm going to use it there. So finished my workout, got in the sauna. I'm sitting in the sauna, minding my own business, and this is a group sauna. This isn't one of those, solo book it type situations like it is at my gym.
It's a free-for-all.
It's a free-for-all, so people are welcome.
Can you book a solo session in the sauna?
At our gym, you can. Yes.
wow.
One at a time.
Fancy.
You book I guess it's like a 45-minute slot.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, not the point. I'm in the sauna. It's a big sauna. I don't know how many people it fits, maybe 12, 15 people. But I'm in there by myself. I'm in there for about 10 minutes, and then a mother and a daughter come in, right? And not to, assume people's ages, but if I were to take a guesstimate, I'd say the daughter was maybe between 18 and 22, and the mum was in her 50s,
Okay.
right? Quite a young mum-daughter.
Yep.
Obviously seemed to be getting along quite well. And they came and sat down and they were just having a chat. Didn't really acknowledge my presence in the sauna, which was totally fine because if anyone knows me when it comes to working out and things like that, I like to keep to myself anyway.
Yep.
I'm not like hey, how are you going? How's your day? Like I'm not really into the whole gym chit chat. I'm on a schedule. So I'm sitting in the sauna, they're having a conversation, come in and sit down. And the daughter says to the mum, now keep in mind this daughter, in my estimate, looks well over 18.
Okay.
At least 18, right? Says to the mum, I'm so glad that we have a home gym and we don't have to do the whole gym thing out. And the mum was like, yes, we are very lucky. And the daughter says, well, I just don't understand why you like going to a sauna though. Like it's just so weird. And the mum says, it's great for you. It's really good for your body. It's really good for your skin. It's a great way to detox.
Obviously a very fancy family.
Right. And the daughter says, well, why don't you just get a sauna at home? And she goes, I should look into that. The daughter finishes by saying to the mum, I can't wait for the day that I walk into the sauna and find you dead because you've cooked yourself and I can take all your millions.
Wow. Ouch.
Wow.
What a thing to say.
And the mum kind of laughs it off. But I'm like, what?
No, I would like,
What?
I would slap my child if they said something like that.
Especially with a stranger in the room that has no context for the conversation that you're having, and then goes on to say about, arguing with her brother over who gets more money. So
Oh, really?
talking about the family separated,
What?
mother and father, she said, "Oh, I chose the right parent." Very strange conversation. I'm sitting here going, I don't know if this is a real conversation or this is fake.
Did they even see you? Were you so shriveled from the sauna that you were so tiny?
I was a
They're like,
grape.
I couldn't even see
I
you."
was a raisin. No.
Did you stay and listen to the conversation, like finish it out?
I was fascinated, and I thought, because she wasn't giving the social cues that one might be used to indicate whether it was a joke,
or not.
or serious.
Because you're a Kardashians fan, you like a bit of drama, so this was like real life. Desperate
Someone
Housewives
listening,
in
but
the sauna.
The mum wasn't really
Or Real
reacting.
Housewives.
Exactly. The mum wasn't really reacting in a way that one would expect. But the daughter wasn't really saying it in like a jokey, ha, let's have a laugh way. There was no laughter after the fact.
It was dry.
It was very matter of fact. And I was sitting there going, what is this about? And it led me to think, have you ever overheard conversations where you go, what are these people talking about? Like, what am I listening to?
Yes. Oh my God.
So you have?
There's nothing juicier.
Well, okay, what have you heard?
I had one recently. I was at a park, and this guy, he was on his phone, right? And he was on the phone saying, "Honey, I told the kids I'm busy. I'm taking the dogs out for a walk. That's all. You need to stop calling me. I'll be home soon, okay? All right, love you too." He slams his phone down, hangs up, turns to the woman sitting next to him, said, "God, she's annoying." Gives her a kiss. So he was getting a bit of parkside loving
Oh,
on the side.
Busted.
But
In front of the dogs. In front of the family dogs.
and the kids. Someone please think of the children. But how horrible was that?
Wait, so I have to ask, like, this kiss, was it like a cheek kiss? Was it a lip kiss?
We're talking full lip.
Okay, so
There was
it was
tongue.
like, so we're talking this is definitely probably like some type of affair.
100%. 100%. Yeah, it's horrible to hear, but it's also juicy.
Well, that's interesting because I have heard something similar. Not that it's like a male-female cheating style situation, but I was, again, in the gym where I frequent.
I love your gym. I need to come to your gym.
You should. I wear headphones in the gym, right? As many people do, but often I don't have anything playing in them. It's more so just to distract people or deter people from approaching
Yeah, it just
me.
makes you look like you can't hear.
Yeah.
What they're gonna
And
do.
I try to look, as I've said before, my husband tells me often, you look like the least approachable person in the gym, which means it's successful. So I wear headphones, but often they don't actually have anything playing, so I can hear what's going on around me. I can hear the conversations. Not that long ago, there was two men having a conversation at the machine next to me when I was in the weights room, complaining about their wives. She wanted me to look after the kids this morning, and I said, I want to go to the gym. So I told her I'd be back by 10 o'clock. I look up at the clock and it's like well after 10 o'clock. Should we go to another machine? I'm like,
He'd be in the doghouse for sure.
and look, I get it. We vent to our friends or our family. I don't know their situation. I've got no idea. But you sit there and you think, this is a horrible conversation to overhear. What goes on in this person's life?
But the problem is these conversations aren't even whispers.
No,
They're loud
not.
enough that you can actually hear them. So obviously they don't care if anyone hears them.
You know what the best overheard conversations I reckon are though? You might not have this experience, Aaron, but Celeste and I have had it before. Because we understand like a different language, so we understand Italian
Yes.
obviously, but we don't speak it.
Yeah.
Right, all that well, but we understand it very, very well. Sometimes you get into like an elevator or a small space where there might be some usually elderly Italian ladies of some sort saying something really rude about your appearance or something of that nature in a different language, and then you can turn around and respond to them in English, and they're mortified that you understood a word that they said.
I'd love to see that.
I guess
I'd pay to see that.
And I will respond every single time.
Yeah.
I will literally.
I
Because
have
I'm
no,
like,
no doubt.
you got to be really careful. Like you can speak in a different language, but you don't know who understands you.
that's right.
Be super careful.
So I guess the lesson learnt here is always be aware of who's listening.
Always be aware of who's listening. And on that note, listen some more. After this break, we'll be back with more Two Brunettes and a Gay. All right, we've got some more unpopular opinions for everyone today. This is slowly becoming one of my favourites, actually.
I love unpopular opinions.
Unpopular opinions?
I love it.
We've got 153 of them.
I love when we disagree.
Yes.
Yeah, it is good. I'm trying to find the ones that I think we might disagree on as well. But these are supposed to stir things up. So let's see if these unpopular opinions stir things up.
Let's get some biffo happening.
Hit me.
Let's get it. Let's get your agree or disagree and why on some of these.
All right.
Celeste, I think I already know that you're going to agree with this first one. All purple clothing should be burned.
Okay. Purple clothing, I don't mind purple clothing, but the colour, I had a real issue with the colour purple.
You used to have a tick about it.
Not the book or the movie. I had a real issue with the colour purple when I was growing up. There was purple cars would make me want to vom. Like I can't, the nausea from seeing the colour purple, especially in like a car or like something manufactured, I would be like,
let's give our own context though. So you remember as a kid, that I don't think they have them anymore. Do you remember those purple like station wagons that used to drive around with the Cadbury logo on them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like it must have been the people who like did
reps.
the reps
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
like the school chocolates and stuff
yum.
like that.
Yeah.
She used to go nuts at those cars.
Really? What is you need help, girl.
She does.
I do.
You know,
Yeah.
well, it reminds me of Tinky Winky, so I have to say disagree.
So well, look, the
Tinky Winky.
reason that I have to say is like it depends on the tone of the purple. It's like the colour teal.
Really?
I can't. Like I don't mind green and I don't mind blue, but teal, it makes
Teal?
me want to vom.
For real?
Yeah,
Teal?
it has to be a certain type of purple. I don't mind a little lavender. So that's my answer.
Jeez.
Not all purple clothing, some purple clothing.
Number 2, running is an enjoyable hobby.
Completely disagree.
Running is an enjoyable or isn't?
Is.
Nah, disagree. Running's horrible.
Oh, it's horrible.
You know what I find though? The times when I have like gotten on the running train, if you build it up, it actually does become
You mean the
enjoyable.
treadmill?
No, like when I used to do like at the Gold Coast, for example, when I lived on the
You
the
said
beach.
that's what the machine's called? The running train?
I thought she meant the time, when I got on the running train. I was like,
No, I meant
Also
like
known
as
as a
in
treadmill.
when I got in the mood to run and I'd start to run a little bit every day and build it up, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it does become easy at some point, but getting there sucks.
I have to say, though, I've started jogging a little bit again. I wasn't a huge jogger, but I'm jogging a little bit again. After my injury of my ankle, I actually really love it now because it makes me feel like I'm getting stronger again.
Yeah.
But, it's generally
Yeah.
it's not enjoyable to run.
I
No.
agree.
No.
Okay, next one. Delivering a huge message via text is never a good idea.
Agree.
Agree.
So much can be misconstrued through message,
Yeah.
especially if it's in large format, like just the placement of punctuation,
And it's,
the use of words.
it's overwhelming too. You read that long message, you're like, where the hell am I going to start to reply to this?
But I'm going to extend my unpopular opinion on this to be all the way to people who want to have full-on conversations via text.
Yes.
Like-
the worst.
It's just, Celeste, you and I frequently have this argument because she's always texting me about things and I'm like, just call me.
No, the reason, right. So I will text you if I have to ask you a question because I can't be bothered getting on the phone for 2 or 3 minutes. It's just easier if I just text you and continue doing what I'm doing until you answer me.
But you know what the thing is though, right? Is that her question might be simple, like it's like a sentence, but my response to that particular
that's
question
a you problem. That's not a me problem.
might have to be quite long and I'm like, I don't want to sit here and type this shit.
Celeste lives in a black and white world.
Hence why they
Yes or
created
no?
voice memos.
Yeah, well, voice memos are actually a game changer. I love me a good voice memo.
Me too. We've been using it a lot in our
Although,
group
in
chat.
saying that, I have friends, like the voice memo, that could be an extension of this conversation because long texts, all right, yes, I believe they can be completely misconstrued, right, firstly, so I'm totally in agreement with this. But I've got friends who send like 6 or 7 minute voicemails. Where they're like,
No, that's way too long.
yeah, no, like it's been really good, yeah. And there's just, hold on, wait, shh, can you stop? Don't do that right there.
No,
Sorry, the kids
no,
are
you
just,
can't do
you know.
that.
And then they're like, oh, anyway, where was I? Oh, look at my hair today, it's really bad. And so they keep waffling and waffling.
Get away
Can't do that.
And I'm like, I don't
Can't do that.
need the commentary. Okay, well, this one is kind of on the text message train as well. People who write with tons of emojis are probably really annoying in real life.
Agree.
disagree. My mum writes with tons of emojis. I don't think she's annoying. Deanna, what's your opinion on mums?
You know, I don't.
Sorry to your mum.
I don't think that they're annoying. I think that usually people who write with tons of emojis are usually people who need a lot of external validation in real life. And I say that in a nice way, but they're people who are really giving, you know, and they want to make sure that everyone knows that they're really like nice and happy, and they're just really trying.
Right.
They're trying.
Right, but emojis can be game changers again, because it can take a phrase that might look really quite dry, add a love heart on the end of it, and the way that you will like take that sentence could be completely different. Like, oh, okay, yep, cool.
I think you're ugly. Love heart.
Exactly. I think you're ugly.
Oh, actually, no, that's quite sweet.
I think that they can be used to be very backhanded though, as well.
What type of emoji did you use then?
You're like having a dig, but then you soften it with an emoji, and so you're like, well, it could be taken either way.
Yeah. Well, one or two emojis is fine, but like a whole message full of them, no.
Okay.
Overused.
This is directed at you, Celeste. People who wake up before dark to exercise are generally unpleasant.
Yes, agree.
I
I've
agree, because
witnessed
I'm
it.
probably a very unpleasant person.
I've witnessed it every Tuesday.
All right. Wedding shower, bachelorette party, baby shower. You only get to pick one.
Oh,
I think whoever's written that is kind of
disagree.
like,
I'm going to say that's come from a person that hasn't had any of them.
It's from a very sad
Someone's a bit
person.
bitter.
Yeah.
Right? You know what? Like, if you can't celebrate your friends when they have monumental occasions in their life, that says something about you,
Yes.
not about them.
Settle down, Victoria Bitter.
I think it's the expectation behind it. You know what I mean? It's like if you're having a bachelorette party or you're having a wedding shower or whatever it might be, and you're expecting someone to spend $200-300 on it, that's a little bit different, right? Mm-hmm. Multiple times, if we're doing it multiple times in a row.
Yeah.
Other than that,
you have it here.
Get over it.
Celeste set the record straight. All right, last one. Let's bring it in. Living in the suburbs is better than living in the city.
Agree.
I think I disagree.
Ooh, why is that?
Or just because I feel like living in the city, I feel like the close proximity of everything is like really a great thing. As someone that can frequently run late, being in close proximity to things, I think would be really, really good.
You know what? I lived in the city. I've lived in the city a couple of times, and what I found with it is that you get up, you go to work, and you come home, but there's no escape. Mm-hmm. There's no distance between you and the hustle and bustle and work and everything. You just basically can't switch off.
Yeah.
See, I disagree, because I lived in the city as well, and I liked it because I felt like on the weekends everybody used to exit the city, and so you had space to yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas the suburbs get busy on the weekends.
You also love your job, so
What I find difficult with living in the city is the fact that obviously because it's a hub and because, you know, just like the frequency of the energies are very high, you probably feel like you're quite highly strung a lot of the time. Whereas when you go out, not even in the suburbs, but when you go out to, you know,
Foothills, the beach.
the outer suburbs, you know, yes, your beach or whatever, like in change of environment, I do feel like you're a different person.
When I lived at the beach in the Gold Coast, I was so relaxed. I feel like I bloody got nothing done. So
That's why she had to come back.
yeah, so I had to come back to get something done. All right, well, that brings us to the pointy end of our show. Tuesday takeaways, words of wisdom. Aaron, do you have any this week?
Well, this week I'm going to keep it topical in line with this show.
Do it.
And I'm just going to leave you with this one. Mm-hmm. Go woke, go broke.
Ooh.
You like that?
I did. I did.
No.
I did.
I did.
Either which way.
I don't know.
Okay, Celeste, any words of wisdom?
Consider what you're talking about and those around you before you have those conversations.
Yeah.
Very wise. You
Very
never know
wise.
who's listening and who's talking about you live on their radio show. Yes.
Yeah, who knows?
Deanna?
I'm gonna finish it off with saying, be careful what information you listen to, except for the show, and you watch, because you never know who might be predicting the future.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dun, dun, dun.
Very wise words to finish your show. Finish the show.
Thank you. That was my philosophical
Philosophical.
approach to the
that
show.
add that to our scribble board.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. They knew what I meant. Doesn't matter. All right. It's been a good show. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thanks for coming, everyone.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for tuning
Well, it's
in.
actually, that's an inside joke, right? Because thanks for coming, everyone, was a line I used to say in our children's group on stage, like when we all performed together for many years. My line was, thanks for coming, everyone. And so it's
You
kind of
still say it
stuck
so
from
well.
there. I do. Thank you very much. If you are listening live, make sure you listen on the podcast, available on all the major podcasting platforms. And if you are listening to the podcast and you want to listen to the show, make sure you head to the App Store and download the Radio Italia Uno Adelaide app, because you can listen live to us at 5 p.m. every Tuesday, Adelaide Time. We'd love to see you on Facebook and Instagram. Give us a like or a follow and just be nice.
Yeah.
And that's about it from me.
Preach kindness. Now, have a lovely week, and we'll see you
Next Tuesday.
Ciao, Adelaide! It's your favourite trio, two brunettes and a gay, here to remind you to join us every Tuesday at 5 p.m. for your drive home.
Expect the best beats, sassiest segments, and plenty of piping hot tea from the weekly rumour mill. And let's be honest, we know us Italians love a good gossip.
So tune in at 5 p.m. every Tuesday right here on your number one station, Radio Italia Uno, 87.6 FM.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.